Hello and welcome back to Golf, Goals and Grapplers. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to steer away from the norm.
You get right into this, don't you?
I like a good intro.
There's no
it's
shit.
it's strong.
There's no shit talking. It's just
He's not messing about.
No, he
he's
ain't.
got places to go, people to see.
He,
Man.
he wants the cheeseburger.
It's a strong. It's got to have a strong intro. Then you can talk shit.
Episode 12, yeah?
Episode 12.
Yeah.
A little bit different. We're going to steer away from the norm, which is golf, football, and wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about alternative sports today, lads.
I like this one because we are also into a few other sports as well.
I'm massively into amateur wrestling. No, not really. It's just
And
joking.
I think we talked about this at one of our first early pods.
Was it the pilot?
Was it the pilot we
Yeah,
talked
it could have
about?
been. Could have
A
been
long
pilot,
time
yeah.
ago that was.
Yeah.
Shit.
That was pre-Jellybean era.
God.
Can we start naming our, rather than having series, bit like wrestling, can we have eras? Like
Yeah.
we had Ruthless Aggression era, Attitude era, we had the Jellybean era.
Yeah, Jelly Bean era.
I don't want to go back to the Jelly Bean era.
No, me
So,
neither.
so is the
Never.
Jelly Bean era officially finished?
Yeah, I think it has, yeah.
Right, okay.
No more Jellybean era.
Put them in the bin.
Disappointing.
I tell you what though, there is some legs in that dog shit bag idea. You know where we get a bag
No.
of dog shit?
No,
Whack it
There
with it.
isn't.
No,
I'm
believe,
still tasting blood.
believe me when I tell you, there isn't.
I do think we should whack each other with tortillas, though.
I like that. Mouthful of water,
Yeah.
tortilla if you what is
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the next one.
Is that the next alternative sport that we're talking about?
That's classed as a sport, isn't it?
Tortilla slapping.
Why not?
Tortilla. Talking about tortilla, and this is linked to this.
Great
So,
segue.
Yeah, great
Tortilla
segue.
segue.
Tortilla slapping. What about that sport where they actually slap
Yeah.
people and try and knock them out?
It's owned by the UFC, that sport.
Is it? But I've got a bit of a thing with this. It's not really a slap, is it? It's more of a palm smash, which is like
Yeah.
it's a bit like a punch, isn't it?
And it's just as forceful as a punch.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you get someone on the right sweet spot on the jaw
Oh, they're
or on,
going down.
on a nerve on your neck, you get knocked out.
Yeah. They wind it right up as well, don't they?
That always
Proper.
becomes a toss of the coin. Whoever gets the first slap in the heavyweight division wins.
Do you know what? They wind it up like your golf swing.
What third of it's good?
No, they wind it right back.
Right back. Honestly, I've seen somewhere they do the biggest slap they can do, and the guy don't move. And he just smiles.
Hyperextend.
Yeah, he just smiles and
Yeah.
looks at the other guy like, "I'm going to get you."
So is that your alternative sport that you prefer?
No,
Slapping.
that was just
right.
because of the whole tortilla
Yeah,
slapping.
yeah.
It reminded me.
Yeah.
And another sport that I've seen quite a lot of on Twitter is in Russia. Have you seen this before? Where they put two guys into like a phone booth
Yeah,
and
I've
just let
seen
them
it.
slog it out.
Yeah, like bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Have you seen it where they all start team on team and it's like eight Americans from USA against 8 Russians and it's just a huge cage and it's bare knuckle and
Isn't that what happens anyway? America against Russia. Then they have a fight and see who wins.
but it's like whole countries and it's just bare knuckle
Wow.
fighting team on team until like you get knocked out or the
They're
rest
just
drag you off.
mental out there.
So, alternative sports. When I was at uni in Buxton, there was a thing called the Ashbourne Games.
Right.
And what that is two teams.
Was that a deliberate yawn, that Chris?
That wasn't just a perfectly timed yawn. That was I'm fucking tired. But tell me about the fucking,
This sounds really posh.
tell me about the Buxton Water Games.
Yeah, it
No,
sounds really
Ashbourne
posh.
Games.
Oh, Ashbourne Games, yeah.
So you've got to take this massive. So it's two teams, like fucking teams of as many people as you want, and you've got to get this massive fucking ball.
Medicine ball.
No, bigger than that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's massive. From one in a goal, essentially, it could go on for hours.
But is this what I've seen where there's
It's
like
a Hogwarts.
hundreds of people
And what,
And they're
what
all-
the fuck's Hogwarts?
jumping over each other?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Sometimes they lob the ball down a hill and shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And another segue, lobbing shit down the hill. Have you seen it where they lob that cheese down the hill and you have to run after
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
that's crazy shit as well.
See people tumbling.
smashed them.
Have you seen that Spanish one where they have a fucking tomato fight?
Yes.
No?
Yeah, like millions of rotten tomatoes and there's thousands of people in the streets having tomato fights.
They do it in where's the bull running? Where the bull runs down the street. And
Fucking
you've got to-
everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Every Spanish high street on
Yeah.
Independence Day.
That's class. That's fucking class.
That is crazy.
There's
I
some-
don't agree with that, by the way.
Why?
The bull one. Because
Why?
they eventually fucking kill it.
Do they?
So I don't agree with it. I don't agree with anything to do with what the Spanish and Mexicans do with a bull. It's cruel as fuck.
What,
Fair
like
enough.
bullfighting?
Yeah, because they kill it afterwards.
I didn't know they killed it
I didn't know they
afterwards.
killed
Yeah,
it.
they put a fucking stick right through the middle of it,
I won't
Why,
lie.
though?
I won't lie. I thought you were being sarcastic.
and
Is
it's
it
like
because they've gone feral at that point? Is it just kind of like there's no
well, they,
return?
they whip them up into a frenzy, don't they? And I mean, it's the old saying: once a rag red to a bull. Like, you can't fucking calm some of them down, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, look what it was like when I worked at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly. I wish
Red
we'd have
Rag-
drove a stake through your heart. I'm joking,
That'd
mate.
be when I was dead. You'd have told me, right, you're going to die.
Yeah, but then,
Stake to the heart
then
at
at least you
McDonald's.
can come back at a casket match. So
That's
there
true.
is fucking
That's true.
advantages to that, yeah.
There
My
is
mum's
true.
great at casket matches.
She's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
She's
Great.
great. Really good. So, alternative sports. So, what alternative sports have you guys been involved in the past? Like, what have you, when you was growing up, it can't have just been football you played. So, what other sports did you get into?
I mean, it's probably quicker for me to, because I was really active, it's probably quicker for me to say what sports I didn't play. Because I played a bit of cricket, played a little bit of rugby league. We had basketball courts behind us because I backed onto a school, so you had
There's
a
no
bash
way
on
you're playing
basketball.
basketball.
It was, mate. I was prop forward.
Water boy.
Honestly, mate, played everything. We used to play fucking American football in the snow in a car park.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
used to play American football on Asda car park.
Yeah, until like 5, 6 in
Yeah.
the morning.
Wow.
We used to finish work about midnight,
Yeah.
and then about 8 to 10 of us every night
Yeah,
after work would go to this car park, park our cars up, and play fucking 5-on-5 American football. Do you
in
know
the
what?
car park.
In the
Yeah.
car park, because do you know what's even better? Because obviously the car parks have got painted spaces.
Yeah.
You had the fucking yardage markers all lined out. literally
I
had a
see
pitch.
logic in it.
Yeah.
Sounds painful, like tackling people on the tarmac.
No, it was
It was
touch, wasn't it?
two-hand touch.
But
But there was some right collisions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. People who might watch this will know they've spent many
They'll-
hours in
they'll-
Asda car park
they'll
playing
remember.
American football in the snow.
I've never seen this before. Like,
Have
I've
you
seen people, obviously, all these people just turn up in cars and rev their engines in car parks.
No,
and
we
shit.
Oh,
got
you used to
out.
do that as well.
Yeah.
We got out.
I'm
Played
not a fan of that, you know.
Do you like American football?
I've not really watched it.
No.
Can't really comment on it.
Don't know the rules.
No.
That type of thing.
No. It's not one I've got into.
What I hate about American football, the game should take an hour. It can take about fucking 4 hours.
Yeah.
It is such. It stops
Because-
after every play.
I agree, right? But the other issue with this is it's a little bit like, you know, the Prem this season with this whole refs stopping the clock and putting on 10 minutes of added time.
Premier League.
Yeah, Premier League, yeah. Prem XI. So,
PL.
Yeah, yeah. But they genuinely play the game that if the ball or the player goes off the pitch, the clock stops.
Yeah.
So that's why it fucking takes long. Bear in mind that it's America as well, so they stop for ad breaks. So when I went to watch an NFL game at Wembley, and the TV networks are going to an ad break, and you're at the live game, the players are just stood on the pitch talking to each other, waiting for the ad break to finish. It's really
weird.
Yeah,
stupid.
it's so slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's one thing that would put me off going. I'd love to go to be able to say that I've been to one, but it just put me off.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, especially when it's fucking cold and you're thinking, nah.
They all seem to be enjoying themselves in the crowd, though, so there must be some entertainment.
It's decent, yeah. It's decent. And I think now
I reckon the stuff before it though, when they tailgate and stuff like that, that'd be if you go to
Yeah.
America, a massive game, and they do all the tailgating and the
Yeah.
barbecues outside the stadium and stuff, and you're thinking that's class.
And that's
That
the other
is
thing
good.
we're going to a game that at Wembley or Tottenham, I think it's at Tottenham Stadium
Yeah.
now, is you've got 80,000 fans there that all support different teams. So the atmosphere is really disjointed. Whereas if you went to a game in America and you went to like Seattle, for example, who've got the loudest crowd,
Yeah.
you've got 80,000 Seattle fans.
Yeah.
Like, so the atmosphere would be completely different.
They've got no way. They have no away fans. It is just home fans.
Is it?
100? Yeah. 100%.
Well, that's not true.
Well, pretty much.
Nah, that's not true. I know what you're getting at because America's so big. Like you get spatterings of fans, but there's no home and away end in American sports.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. In American football, you wouldn't have, like, if you watch the Premier League, for example, you'd have 3,000 people sitting in the corner of Anfield.
Yeah.
You'd have the odd fan here and there at Lambeau Field watching Green Bay Packers against whoever. The away fans, they don't have a specific section. There'd be dregs of away fans.
Yeah. So like if Green Bay played Chicago Bears because they're quite local in the same conference, in the same division actually, then you would get quite a few Chicago Bear fans just in the crowd at Lambeau Field at Green Bay but without a dedicated away end. I know. Can you imagine doing that in European football? You'd get
Oh, yeah. There'd be
annihilated.
fights
Yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
wouldn't there?
Yeah.
Wouldn't work at all.
Yeah, so American football was a big one for me, although the last few years I've definitely lost touch with it, but I was massively into it. You know, watched loads of Super Bowls, learnt all the rules, you know, loved it, it's great. And then realised I ain't got 4 hours to watch a game anymore when I grew up, so I used to watch the hour highlights and now I barely watch even any highlights.
Didn't we go to? I'm sure it was you and a couple of others. we used to go to Riley's when the Super Bowl was on.
Yeah.
And play
Yeah.
pool and stuff at
Nice.
Riley's and watch the Super Bowl, and then next thing you know, it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. The amount of times, though, when the weather was too bad to play American football in Asda car park, you'd go and play unlimited snooker at Riley's for
Yeah.
like 12 quid each
Yeah.
That was class.
from like midnight till 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But then I would always do this, right? You'd walk out at 6 a.m. and you'd be like, why have I just done that?
Yeah. I know what
Because
you
the
mean.
next day or the next 2 days are a write-off.
Yeah.
They're a complete write-off. So,
No, I agree. I played cricket though.
Did you?
Yeah.
See, I never got into anything like that when I was. I played a bit of rugby,
Yeah, I played rugby as well.
and football, obviously.
which rugby? League or union?
I ain't got a clue, mate.
I dabbled in a bit of
Go on
both.
with the egg.
One with the egg.
I was fullback.
You played it and you didn't know which code you was playing.
Well, when I say I played it, like I played it in school. Just
So you didn't play it?
Same question.
Yeah, but it's just rugby.
No,
Was
well,
there
no,
even
it's
a
not-
Those are
difference?
two very different games.
Has there always been the two?
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
it has.
So what's the difference?
Rugby league has 13 players, and it has essentially 6 tackles.
Well, you can only make 6 tackles.
No, so each team has the ball.
He's doing a real bad job of this.
Is it? Is there an easier way to explain this?
Yeah.
Go on.
So, rugby union basically has different phases, so you can keep the ball for fucking 30 phases if you want. There's line outs, there's more kicking in rugby union, whereas rugby league tends to be 5 tackles and kick it. So, and it's stop, start, and you've got to give each other 10 yards each time you make a tackle and then come again. Whereas in union,
That
you
one.
don't.
I was getting to that.
That's one that we played at school.
The one where you go
Give
back
it- you
10
have to
and
go
start
back,
again.
yeah.
You played league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was all right. I was never a massive fan of it. I've always been football.
Yeah.
So played football in school, went to college, John Lake College, played football there as
Yeah.
well, which was quite good. Claim to fame. The coach there said I was the best passer of the ball he's seen in 5 years.
Did he have a white stick and a dog?
He didn't, and I think he genuinely meant it
In how long?
in 5 years. So when I was there in the past 5
Yeah.
years,
So his lecturer was only 5 years old.
and there's a lot of people that play for that college team that went on to play professional football. So
And
I'm just
like-
saying that's
like
how good my passing is.
Name drop.
I
Right,
agree with
watching.
that, mate. Do you know why I agree with that? So I got into primary school football, played year 5 and 6 before moving on to senior, and then I got told when I was at senior school by someone that my primary school teacher said that I was really good at football and he'll probably go on to good things. And it turns out my teacher was massively wrong.
You got a good thing, just not in football.
Someone
Yeah.
that we know was playing for Hull City, or was signed to Hull City.
All right.
That do we name drop?
No, we don't add names to the
No.
podcast. I know someone who signed for Newcastle. He was at Newcastle. He was at Newcastle when we was at school, and I think he went on to play a few senior games for Hull City and scored a few goals. I think, but then I think he dropped through the league. So I'm not sure.
So like, that's what I was going to say about the person that we know that thinking for Hull City. You're not guaranteed success here with certainly in football, but in any sport. If someone turns around to you and says, "Oh, this City, you're going to be this good," you're not guaranteed the success.
No,
'Cause
it's
it's so
all down to
difficult.
you, your attitude and your commitment to the
Yeah,
sport.
absolutely.
Look at the one that always comes to mind when we think of a footballer that had all the potential that didn't get anywhere. But do you remember Michael Johnson for Man City?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just so unlucky with injuries, though, wasn't it?
There's quite a few players that had all the talent in the
Yeah.
world and amounted to nothing.
Yeah.
Who was that QPR kid who everyone was like, he's the most skillful player I've ever played with?
Oh, Taarabt.
And
no.
Taarabt. Adel Taarabt apparently had a
Yeah.
bad attitude.
Yeah.
And then there was an English kid as well.
Ravel Morrison.
That's it.
Ravel Morrison,
Ravel
yeah.
Morrison. It was
Yeah.
apparently unbelievable
Was
player.
it
Yeah,
Man
West,
United at one point,
West
wasn't
Ham,
it?
Man United, QPR.
And then he just fucked it.
A lot of people say, don't they, that he was really, really good at what he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
But that's the same. That's the same with any sport. I think footballers get away with far too much when it comes to off the field antics. They get away with it because they're a footballer. If a rugby player or if a cricketer or if whoever did some of the things that footballers do, don't get away with it.
Mm. Yeah, but there's a lot more
Just won't
respect in sports like rugby, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like you look at that, and these are big lads.
Do you know?
And they respect referees and referees' decisions,
Yeah.
The thing-
and they're not.
But do you know what, right? Do you know in rugby league, last 5-10 years, I ain't caught a lot of it, but dissent to the ref is starting to creep into the rugby league
Is
game.
it?
Like
Yeah.
people are starting to chat back and have fucking back and forth with him.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've been watching the Rugby Union World Cup, but you ask you ask the ref if can I come and talk to you, and like he'll normally only talk to the captain,
yeah,
and even if someone shouts that's a pen ref, they stop the game and immediately shut them down and give a pen the other way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do know. I do
So-
know. In
Oh, that's class.
It's great, but because now they know. And then you'll hear him saying, sorry, sir, to the ref after he's
Yeah.
told him off and stuff.
in rugby league, it's crept back in a little bit, but you can't shout for pens and stuff like that. Well,
Yeah.
you can say, oh, you can speak to them. They'll have other people speaking to the referees, but you can't swear at them.
Yeah, night and day between that and football.
And that's there's no respect at all.
Yeah, but I think equally, it goes right even into the fan base. So, like in a rugby league crowd, like in a rugby league and a rugby union crowd, you'll find different supporters of different clubs all sat together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In football, you
Wouldn't
need to be
happen, would it?
escorted by police and build metal barriers and
Yeah.
create a route from the train station directly to the stadium, and they can't go anywhere else but on this route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
what
dreadful,
is
isn't it,
going
really?
on?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you
Shouldn't be
doing?
happening.
Even, I remember going to, well, to be fair, I went to grand final, rugby league grand final.
Yeah. Was it Old Trafford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be about, oh God, however long ago it was. There was scrapping in the crowd, but that's that's because people had one too many drinks, and you get scrapping and stuff in the
Because
crowd.
rugby's
and-
massive in Hull, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
this is something that I've found of working in Hull for many years. Like, you'll speak to a lot of people, go, "Oh, what, are you into football?" And
Red
so
and
that, and they'll
white.
go, "Oh, I'm into rugby. Yeah, red and white and all this stuff." And it's just like, again, rugby's never something I've ever been really massively interested in, but it's massive here, isn't
And do
it?
you know what? I'm going to say something real controversial.
Go on.
Because I'm from Hull, where rugby league is ingrained in your culture. I prefer rugby union. I think rugby union's a better game.
Yeah, I do.
Rugby league, if you look geographically, rugby league is only really played right down the M62.
M62 corridor.
As soon as you go south, everyone's rugby union. And I think there's a lot more money in rugby union. And it's got a much bigger world fan base. I mean, other than Australia and the M62, rugby league's a bit of a fucking shit show. I'm surprised at the end. If it weren't for Sky, rugby league would have gone bust.
Okay.
Are there any alternative sports then where you think to yourself I would rather, looking back, I wish I would have started having a bash at that early, because I reckon I would have been all right at that if I'd have started from a young age.
I think I should have chosen rugby over football.
Yeah.
Yeah, just purely because of my size. I think I would have been better at that.
Yeah.
But I was just never interested.
Do you know what?
I wish I'd got myself interested.
I wish I'd have got into boxing.
Right.
I really wish I'd have started boxing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
doors.
I'm not saying I'd have been good at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I'd have got into it, gone to a boxing gym, learned the right techniques. I love watching. Well, I say I love watching it. I used to watch it all the time. I think it's fallen off a cliff a little bit, boxing.
It's just shambles at the top of the game, innit?
Oh
Yeah.
God, it's awful.
Yeah.
What's happening in boxing at the minute is just
Yeah.
it's just shite, isn't it?
And that's part of the problem. That I know Tyson Fury's just signed to fight.
Too many belts.
Yeah, Tyson Fury's just signed to fight Alexander Usyk because essentially he got made to fight
By the
him.
way, this will probably be going out 3 weeks after that got announced, so it's probably not happening anymore.
Yeah,
It's cancelled. Yeah,
it's probably
someone's
off.
been drug tested.
It's probably off on again and
Yeah.
back off again. But yeah, it's a shit show, and that's what's putting people off it.
I just think they should, especially in boxing, it should just be given that you fight certain people at certain points.
Well,
There's too much this talk of I'll give you 50% or I'll give you 30%, and
Yeah, but this is the problem with boxing. Is in the UFC, there's pros and cons. UFC is its own organisation, so therefore UFC don't have to negotiate with different agents, different TV networks, all
Yeah.
this shit. The best fight the best. And if you don't fight the best, you vacate the title. In boxing, you've got promoters, agents, TV networks that can never agree on the split.
Yeah.
So you end up, no one decent ends up fighting.
yeah.
Are you wearing trousers?
What's it like smart trousers?
Yeah.
They're like smart jogger trousers.
That's not a thing. It's either a joggers or a trousers. What do you mean?
So
What is it?
they look smart.
Have you been at work?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I ain't got changed since work.
So
And then-
they're like flexi smart trousers /
well, they've got like a
Spandex.
toggle and like elastic and stuff. You know, it's like joggers, like a jogger top, but into trousers. So they're not, you can't put a belt on or anything with them.
definitely the worst dressed, isn't he? That was
Oh, mate, get a grip.
Yeah.
Move on.
I'm,
Move
de-
on.
I'm,
Yeah, they're
definitely,
great.
I'm definitely the best dressed.
You're
No,
not
you're not.
dressed, mate. You look like fucking a rhubarb and custard.
I'm absolute.
Fucking heck at you, we fucking.
I'm absolutely the best
Mate,
dressed.
I'm gonna
heck
wear-
at you, we 7 to 9 year old shorts on.
I'm going to wear fucking shorts all winter this year. It's a mission. I'm never wearing trousers.
Get some cooler term legs.
Are you a flip flop kind of guy?
We had this conversation, didn't we? In the summer, I'll go flip flops I'll go with flip flops, but only around the pool. But then this year I did rock some sliders and socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I don't mind sliders and socks.
Yeah, good
Mate,
shout,
you
mate.
It's alright.
fucking wouldn't mind sliders and socks. You wear Crocs and socks, you fucking
socks and
weirdo.
Crocs. Sliders
Did
and
you
socks.
get in a situation today where you wasn't going to full work, so therefore you didn't go fucking proper smart, but you ended up in that situation where you can't go too casual because you're off to work, so you're trying to go like middle road, like smart casual joggers, trainers / smart trainers, joggers.
He's trying to be the cool uncle.
He's caught in that middle
There's
line.
absolutely nothing wrong with this.
I never
This-
said there was.
This is a perfect attire. So
For what
this
occasion?
this is a smart casual occasion.
Yeah.
So I don't really own many jeans or anything anymore. Like most of my trousers are either this style. I've got a couple pairs of these, like chinos, that type of stuff. Smart trainers,
Yeah.
smart top half, smart cash.
Good one.
Simple
Glad you
as
cleared
that.
that up, Gok one.
It's like I wouldn't wear jeans with rips in them. They're like
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not a
about you.
teenager.
And that's what I'm saying. When you go into sort of a bit of a smart casual affair, okay, no. You end up stuck in this no man's land
Yeah.
where you can't go full suit and trousers and proper shoes, but you can't go fucking ripped jeans, custard t-shirt, and fucking
Grey hair.
headphones. I said headphones. He said grey hair type, mate.
You can't fucking talk. You've both got grey hair.
I ain't.
You fucking have.
Nah, mate.
I've got no grey, man. I'm still youthful.
same,
looking.
mate.
You ain't got grey hair. You ain't got grey hair because you fucking colour it.
I don't colour it.
What's that dusty shit? you
Oh,
got on?
that's not that. That's not to get rid of the greys, mate. It's to get rid of the bald patches.
Anyway, I apologise for that outburst because so segueing back into the topic.
Your segue
Thinking
shit.
about clothing that you would wear in alternative sports, is there any particular clobber that is associated with any sports where you're like, that clobber is mint, like I'd like to wear that shit?
Give us an example.
Well, like you've got like the whites at Wimbledon, you've got the basketball jerseys and the massive shorts for basketball.
Yeah.
American football, you've got them American football jerseys.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
we've established the fact that I used to be a gangster.
top gangster.
Top gangster.
Surprised you didn't get arrested for being such a gangster.
No, I got away from the fuzz. And no, I used to wear American football shirts and basketball shirts and
Yeah.
basketball jerseys or vests or whatever.
Ice hockey jersey? No?
No,
No,
I did have a
interesting.
baseball jersey though.
Did you?
Yeah,
Baseball jersey,
Yeah,
I like
you
them.
see,
I have
baseball jerseys
baseball
are cool.
jerseys.
They
Yeah.
look really smart.
Yeah, New York
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yeah, I think
did
it was
have
it.
a
I did have a
Yeah,
Yankees
yeah.
jersey. It was a Yankees jersey. Yeah.
Mine was black and blue.
Some nice
What's that one?
snapbacks and some nice hats
Yeah.
when you go
Yeah.
to America as well. So there's some decent alternative sport clobber.
I think we've talked about it before. Obviously, golf is not alternative,
Yeah.
but golf club is amazing.
Yeah.
I do think I was going to come on to tennis a little bit later on, but I do think tennis clubber, if you get it right,
cool,
is
isn't
good.
it?
Especially when people wear like the white,
Yeah.
because you get different. So Wimbledon generally is like a white attire, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all
But then
white.
you might go to the US Open, you wear a bit
Yeah.
of colour, don't you, and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. So they've actually got different attires for different
Yeah.
occasions, haven't they? Different.
Yeah.
I think I hate tennis.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Can I just, before we move on to tennis, clobber that I like, but I'd never wear it, but I think it looks cool, but I think if you wore it as just a member of the public, you'd look like a cunt, is all the Formula 1 gear. All the Mercedes t-shirts and hats,
Yeah.
they look sweet, but I would never wear it because I'd be like, you.
That's because it's Tommy Hilfiger, isn't it?
Is it?
I'm sure it is. Yeah, the Mercedes
Expensive.
one.
Have you ever
Yeah.
just looked at it? Like 80 quid for a cheap Mercedes
I thought you
t-shirt.
meant the Formula 1 suit that they wear. So yeah, you would look weird in that.
And helmet.
And helmet and boots. Yeah, you would look a bit strange.
I think to be fair, like the smart shirts, like the polo shirts or whatever,
Yeah.
that are not overly branded.
Yeah.
They can look nice, like the caps and stuff. They're just like flat caps, not
Yeah.
flat caps, but flat peak caps. They can look really nice.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, when you see them where they're overly branded, and it's so much fucking
Loads of sponsors down the sleeves.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff,
don't need
yeah.
that. But the classy ones, they can look quite elegant.
I got a free McLaren hat the other day,
Did you?
so I might wear that next pod.
Do it?
Yeah,
Where'd
should
you
we
get
start
that
with?
McLaren.
I bought a Burger King, right?
Oh, God. It was started so well.
I bought a Burger King ages ago, and just by buying the Burger King, it opted me into like a draw prize. And I got a random email saying you've got a McLaren hat. I was like, great.
Oh, God, you opted into a prize draw.
No, I didn't opt in. I just bought it, but because I bought that particular item, it automatically.
You should be opting out because you're not under the age of 7 to be in a prize draw.
I'm going to bring it. I'm going to wear it with pride.
I bet you collect them Monopoly things from McDonald's, don't you?
You
No.
never win. We know that. You never win.
No. No.
I'm surprised I haven't got a cap on today.
Well, it's because I've been at work.
I don't
Yeah.
have a stash in your car.
No. Why'd I have a stash of caps in my car?
I don't know.
What was you going to say about tennis?
I hate tennis.
There you go.
No, I hate
Just
I hate
as simple as
tennis.
that.
What, the actual game or everything about
I
it?
hate tennis. I hate Wimbledon.
Oh, Wimbledon's class.
I don't like tennis.
I like tennis. I like playing tennis. I think it's great cardio. I don't think there's a better cardio than tennis.
Do you know what I look?
Swimming.
Yeah, that's a good shout, to be fair.
Badminton.
Badminton is also knackering.
lo-
Any racket sport, squash
I
is
love
knackering as well.
badminton.
Yeah.
If
I
you
love
want to do
badminton.
cardio and you don't enjoy running, squash, tennis,
Yeah.
badminton,
We
all them racket
we should have a
sports.
badminton competition.
I would love that because I'd smash you on that as
All
well.
I'd need is a badminton, a shuttlecock, and a pitch, and I'd be up for it.
A pitch.
Is that what you call it? A court.
Whatever. Is that what they call it? Golf
Court.
sticks.
Golf sticks.
Golf sticks. I like Wimbledon. I'm not a massive fan of anything else like the US Open or whatever
Same.
it is or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'd
Like-
rather just watch Wimbledon and that's it.
Wimbledon is the only thing I ever watch.
Yeah, same.
It's just classy.
And I don't watch cricket, and I don't
Don't
watch
watch cricket.
any format of cricket.
No, same.
I don't care if it's 2020 or 100 balls or fucking the Indian Super League. It's all shite.
Do you know what it is? As far as cricket's concerned, there's too much of it.
Boring as well.
There's too much of it.
Like, who plays a match for 5 days and then you can potentially draw?
I know.
Like, what a ridiculous format Test match cricket is.
Yeah.
Absurd.
I agree with
No,
that.
I agree.
And do you know what? What is funding cricket? Because all the county games, the stadiums
Dead.
are dead. So somebody at high level, whether it's government or politicians or because the upper class love cricket, someone is funding cricket and keeping it afloat because it's not fans or TVs or merchandise
Yeah,
or
good shout.
anything. So what is funding cricket? Do you think it's because it's so ingrained in upper class society that it probably it stays
Yeah.
afloat on like donors?
Possibly,
Probably,
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
I think you look at Test match cricket, like they had the Ashes over here, earlier this summer,
Yeah.
and everywhere was sold out.
Yeah, it's 5 matches once every 4 years. Like
Oh,
that's not
no.
going to keep the
It's
whole
occasions,
sport of
isn't it?
cricket.
No,
Yeah.
but then even if you had England against South Africa,
Yeah, but
it was sold out.
if I'm going to Glamorgan versus Somerset, which is a Division A match, county match, which is the equivalent of watching a Premier League game,
Yeah.
there's no one there.
No.
So who is paying for Glamorgan and Somerset to stay afloat?
Yeah.
Fucked if
It's
I
a
know.
great shout.
Money laundering,
Yeah.
mate.
We'd look into it.
Yeah, money laundering. Probably.
Task for Chris.
Why don't you
Next
Google
time we
it?
come back, he can look into it.
You're good at Googling shit. Why don't you Google it?
Nah. Seems like I've got something to
I
do.
remember going to watch Yorkshire on a school trip, and when they played at Scarborough.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm devastated for you.
Was
it fun?
No, it was boring as fuck.
Yeah, it sounds shit, man.
I'd rather have gone to Dolby Forest. That's near Scarborough. Dolby Forest was great when I was younger.
yeah.
Mate, I want to go to what's that thing at Dolby Forest? The climbing thing.
Forest.
No, the
Go
climb.
Ape.
That's the one.
You have to go all the way to Dobby Forest. There's one at Nornby Hall.
Yeah, but it's shite.
That's why I'd go to Dolby
I'll
Forest.
tell you what, the biggest one closest to us is Sherwood Forest.
Yeah.
Oh, is
That's
is
a
that
huge
closer?
one. Yeah, it's about 45 minutes from us.
Yeah.
Down near. Is it Retford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't know. I didn't know there was one there.
yeah, big Go Ape down there. Yeah. So
I've never done Go Ape.
have you
Yeah.
not? Yeah, I've done it Go
Have
Ape
you?
twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good while ago, probably 7
you
or 8
tall
years
enough?
ago. Of course, I was, mate.
Yeah, that little thing like you have
Well,
at Alton Towers.
We went on the
Well,
junior.
so-
I was gonna say,
eye.
I went on the junior one. I won't go anywhere else, would I? No. Do you know what? Actually, what I will say about Go Ape, that type of activity, if you're small and nimble, you're better at it than these big,
Oh, yeah.
cumbersome lads that have got
100%.
no coordination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
What about if you're big and cumbersome and have coordination?
You don't. If you're big, you don't. You're slow. You don't move. You're not nimble. That's why. I mean, it's stereotypical, but that's why you put your little short kids out on the wing when you played when you're young, because they were nippy and quick and little bastards.
I used to be
Yeah.
a fullback.
You are.
I used to be a fullback.
You were left back.
In the changing room.
Yeah.
Hey.
But
Set you both up for that, didn't I?
any other alternative sports that you'd want to bring up for the alternative sport pod?
So I will bring up Formula One. I know we briefly talked about this, and I feel a little bit let down by Formula One because I came into it at the end of that season where it was Hamilton v Verstappen, and I think I watched the last 3 or 4, and it was really exciting. I got well into it. I was like, this is amazing. This is mint.
Yeah.
And then ever since then, I've watched the last 2 seasons pretty religiously, and it's just been a bit.
Is it because Verstappen's dominated?
Yeah, it's the same
especially this
people, isn't
year. It wasn't the last race, but the race before that, Verstappen was nowhere near the front, and it was a battle, and it was actually really entertaining because there was multiple people who could have potentially won that.
What happened for him not to be at the front? Did he break down during qualifying?
I can't remember why, but he was back in the grid for some reason.
Grid pen.
But I don't think strategically they did well in the race. So as in when in terms of pitting and things like that round safety cars, I think they made a poor choice, which meant they just couldn't chase the pack.
So you know with Formula One, they tried something called the A1 about 10 years ago, and that was the principle of everyone had the same car, and it was the best driver that won the race, right? And it never took off, and I don't know why. Because isn't that the point?
Yeah.
You want to know the best driver is. You don't want to know who's got the most money and can build the best car.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it didn't take off.
And I don't understand why they get it so wrong. So how can you be so close to another car and then suddenly you're 20 seconds away from it?
Yeah, but I think when you're at that level, right, the slightest tweak to your car, if you become less aerodynamic by like 0.1%, it shaves off like 0.2 seconds on your lap.
The thing is as well, look, you've got teams in F1. So you've got Red Bull's the main team, and then you've got, I think it's Toro Rosso, that's their sister team. So Red Bull will send drivers to them, or they'll do things for them.
It's AlphaTauri.
Oh, it could be that one.
AlphaTauri, yeah.
So they kind of help each other out, but
Yeah.
Red Bull's the main team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also you've got like a lot of Renault engines in,
exactly. Yeah.
cars and stuff like that. Yeah. So
But there's a lot to be said about Red Bull, because there was a lot of talk about like RB Leipzig and stuff like that. You know, in terms of football, the Red Bull brand that's taken over these teams and sport, and a lot of people don't quite like it, do they?
I don't know a lot about Formula One, if I'm honest. I only watch dribs and drabs.
They're bringing Audi in as well, aren't they? Was it Audi?
Yeah. It's
Audi's
20,
Audi are
25,
normally more
wasn't it?
like the 24-hour race and all
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
aren't they,
yeah.
rather than Formula One.
We had a discussion. I think it was it last year when we went to
Why don't
Nottingham?
BMW have a car in Formula One?
Don't know.
It's a great shout.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's some random teams in
Is
there,
Alfa
isn't there?
Romeo still in Formula
Yeah,
One?
yeah. I know they're talking about getting Porsche back in Formula One.
Was
as well.
there?
Yeah, it's hugely expensive though, and they might think,
Yeah.
why would I want to spend £400-500 million
Yeah.
in Formula One?
Yeah.
Like, what's the value?
We had a discussion, didn't we, when we were in Nottingham last year, I think it was, about how you could make Formula One better.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? We came up with loads of exciting.
Yeah.
Can you remember any of them?
Jelly beans.
No.
I think one of them was stop the race halfway through and do it.
Just regrid. Yeah, grid them back up.
Regrid it from like you're almost like stopping it halfway and then just starting from those positions. Or random safety cars.
Right, is this going to turn into like Mario Kart?
I was going to say, just for oil slippage.
Red and green turtles.
That'd be
Not
class.
fucking throw them out.
That'd be
Banana
class.
skins.
Yeah.
I think the regridding's a great idea, though. I think you should get like halfway round and you regrid back up whatever position you're in.
Don't they do that in
again.
Superbikes? Don't they regrid? Don't they have 3 races in the day
Do
and
they?
then you regrid? Something
don't
like
know.
that. I don't know. I might be making it up, but I think I've seen that idea. It's not a good Dragon's Den idea because I think it's been done.
Oh, what use that one then?
Well, while we're talking about alternative sports, let's talk about alternative rules of sports then. So what rule, if you was in any sport, if you was coming in, what rule would you like to see changed? And I'll kick this off. So I think VAR, you should only be able to challenge 3 times in a game, like
Like the NFL.
well, I don't know about like I was thinking more like tennis. You know where you get to challenge if
Yeah,
if it's
they
out.
got that from NFL.
Yeah,
NFL, you have 2 coaches challenges a half.
Yeah.
And if you lose your first challenge, you lose it. But if you win it, you retain your challenge.
Yeah, they have that in cricket as well now, don't they?
Yeah.
And
So I
they have it
think
in rugby
that would be
league
great.
in America, Australia.
you only go to VAR if you challenge the ref's decision, on-field decision, and then you get an opportunity there.
Yeah, but are you going to get in a situation where we're stopping games because fucking coaches have thrown their fucking challenge flag
you know-
onto the pitch?
Yeah, but there's no
or-
difference to them going, I'm just talking to VAR now to see if we're stopping.
Do you know the
How
problem?
many challenges would they get?
I think 3.
The problem,
3 a half.
No,
3
3
total.
3 in total each team.
And if you win your challenge, do you stay on 3? Or do you lose your challenge?
I didn't even know you retained them in other sports, so I don't know. I suppose that's up for debate, but I just think that's better than using VAR every time. Yeah, but the thing is, we're using it now anyway, aren't we? For every decision. So instead of using it for every decision and causing those delays and that, just let the ref make the decision on field of what he thinks it is, and then if a team absolutely thinks it's the wrong call, they challenge it.
Equally, just to add on to that, I think it should be like rugby union where the refs are mic'd up
Yeah.
and explaining their decisions
That's-
to the
that's
crowd
what-
and
that's
what
definitely
rule
what's
they've
it.
made. Yeah.
And that's absolutely in play already, isn't it? In terms of the fact that you can go on to Sky Sports and they'll show you clips of them making the decisions. So that's absolutely there.
Yeah.
It's just not out in the open as the game's going along, is it? So
Yeah.
they clearly don't feel comfortable airing those conversations yet
but then you think
for
about it.
some reason.
Talking of random rules, do you remember when they introduced it? And I don't think there was any announcement that they were going to drop it. But after about 2 years, no one heard about it, where they came up with this rule like, if you gave the football ref dissent, he would march you back 10 yards.
Yeah.
What happened to that rule?
Well, that disappeared.
yeah.
It's football,
remember?
isn't it? Disappears.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Fucking weird because I only got used like 3 times. I only ever got used 3 times
It's
on
like
live matches.
it used to be when the goalkeeper had the ball in the hands. There used to be a time limit on it, didn't there? But now it's not. There's no time limit.
Oh, so
there
it's
used to be
not the old 6 second rule.
6
then?
seconds.
Yeah, it's not anymore. It's basically it's the ref's discretion.
So I tell you how fucking old I am. When I first started watching football, you could pass back to the keeper and he could pick it up,
Could you?
Yeah.
and it was
Fucking hell.
fucking boring.
Didn't you know that?
No.
It was fucking boring
Well, it's obviously come in at some point for a reason, hasn't it? And I get that.
for that reason.
Yeah, because people just
Games
time
got-
waste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
players like, I'll be honest, like Liverpool in the 80s and that, and the top teams, you got in trouble with the ball, straight back to your keeper and you pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, fucking shit.
You're 1-0 up with 2 minutes to go. Just launch it back to the keeper and he picks it up.
Yeah, that is shit. That.
Keeps it in his
Weird,
hands
isn't
for
it?
45
That
is
was
shit.
that was a weird rule. Also, at the time, it was like the best thing that had ever been invented. But now you don't even think about it. It's the fucking spray that they put on the pitch that disappears.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When it came out, everyone was like, "That's amazing,
Yeah.
magic
Yeah,
spray."
yeah.
Now you don't even think about
Don't
it.
even realise it's there, do you?
No, no,
That it's being used.
no.
Anything else? Any other sport that you think would be good? As
I fucking hate horse racing. I don't like it. I never have liked it. I don't understand it. I hate the Grand National.
Yeah, but you're just making loads of statements. He said, "Why don't you like it?"
What's the point in it?
To see who finishes first.
So hang on. So you said about a bull. You hate bullfighting.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you condone horse racing? The fact that they get whipped.
No, I don't. And so if that's your why, because it's animal
Yeah.
cruelty, then that's your why.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
So that's one reason. The
But
second,
I'm a hypocrite because I will go to a horse racing because of the whole pomp and ceremony attached to going to the races.
Yeah.
But when I actually think about the concept of the horses, then I do think it's cruel. On the flip side to that, horses that are race horses are some of the best looked after horses in the world. Like they sometimes have a better standard of living than fucking horses that just stand in a field
oh yeah.
because they cost a lot of money.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely costs a lot of money. But then, from the animal cruelty side of it, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
From the whole, let's just see who can get around the track faster on a horse. What are we, fucking 1847?
Good point.
I just don't understand
Yeah,
Does
it.
this
there is
filter down
some-
to dog racing as well, or?
Yeah, I don't like that
Yeah, I
either.
don't get that either.
I don't get that.
The only reason I like horse races is because I've made a lot of money off horse racing.
I like you said. I like going to the races. The
Yeah.
whole dressing up,
Yeah.
beers, betting.
Yeah.
That's a good day out. But I do agree with you, Bullis. I think in terms of the actual
Yeah.
act of horse racing,
It's an outdated sport.
Yeah,
What's the most amount of money you've won at horse racing?
not a lot for me.
Um,
Probably about
we
80,
went
90
to
quid
horse
maybe.
races and we adopted a policy where I think there's about 16 of us at the races and we started just pooling all our money together and betting on one horse. And I think the last horse came in on the last race and I think we all won like 150 odd quid each. And there was
Nice.
fucking loads of us. So we won a couple of grand, I think.
That's the best way to do it, though, isn't it? If you all club
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
and then share it, because then
Yeah,
you're
of
not
course it is.
losing loads.
Miles better.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say was, do you think there are any sports?
Back to normality.
Do you think
Sorry.
do you think there are any sports that you could watch now and think, I've never really given it too much time, but I could get into that now?
I could probably get back into basketball. I watched it a little bit. We've talked
Didn't
about
hear
this
the
before.
question, did he? Is there anything you weren't being into before?
Yeah, but I've not been.
I'll
I wouldn't say I've been
accept
into
his
it.
answer.
Okay.
I won't say I've been into it in terms of like I'm into football or I'm into golf or anything like that. Like I've dabbled in it, but I could probably get back onto that if
Do you know- do you know
if it
the
was if it was in a reasonable hour.
Do you know the thing with basketball? You only really need to watch the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, 'cause it's 88 all with 5 minutes to go
Yeah, yeah.
every game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You only need to watch the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
A basketball match should be 5 minutes long.
But I can't think. I don't think there's any other sport I'd really be asked about getting into.
No, same. I've got sports that I think should just be immediately stopped,
Like
Go on
what?
then.
which is baseball.
Okay.
No one understands baseball.
Yeah, I don't really get
It's
baseball.
so slow. Nothing's ever happening. And then the
It's
other sport
horrendous.
that needs disbanding is NASCAR, where they just go around in an oval.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
get
Like,
that.
yeah.
what's all that about?
I don't understand.
You
that.
don't
Yeah.
even. There's no skill involved.
No, I
I
don't
mean,
get that.
NASCAR drivers, if you're watching, there might be some skill involved.
I'm sure it's skillful
Mate,
to
there's
a
no
degree.
NASCAR drivers watching this. Absolutely none.
You never know. Why is there any sports that you could see yourself getting into?
Probably not now. No, I
I've
don't
got
think
time for it.
Before we move on to our segment, back end of the pod, which we've introduced a segment, we'll come on to in a minute. I want you to think about if you could only ever watch 5 sports again and you couldn't watch any other sport, what are the 5 sports that you would watch?
Does it have to be 5?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't got 5, it makes it easy for you, doesn't it?
So
Do you know what else I don't get?
What?
I just had a thought.
and another one.
No. Do you know what else I don't get? Ice hockey.
Yeah, random sport. I agree.
I don't
Very
get it.
random. I liked playing it on the PlayStation because you could have a fight.
Yeah.
But
That was the only reason why.
Did get the rules.
Yeah.
5 sports: wrestling, golf, football, boxing, and F1 or rugby.
Oh, interesting.
Football, golf, F1.
I love that wrestling's not going to be in his
Yeah,
list of
and he's
5.
on a pod called Golf Balls and Grappling.
Wrestling in my top 5 now. Basketball,
Right.
that'll be it.
Done number 2 is done.
I'm
the
going to
next
go
pod.
4.
I'd go football,
Yeah.
golf, wrestling, obviously. Rugby union.
Yeah, shout.
Probably darts.
Boxing's my
darts
5th.
as well. I hate darts.
Also, I'm being an absolute idiot. Darts scrapped. UFC.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Fucking hell.
I hate darts as well.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
darts is a random
I can't
one.
believe we've talked about alternative sports and I ain't talked about the fact that I literally follow the UFC religiously.
Go on, talk us through a bit of UFC then.
So it's weird, right? Because I got into UFC back in the Chuck Liddell days,
Randy Couture.
Do you know
Randy
I've met Chuck
Couture
Liddell?
days. Yeah, you mentioned that about a billion times. Was this in a pool in Vegas?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I met Dennis Rodman once.
Did you?
On a
Is that
rooftop.
why you look like you do? You've emulated him.
What, black?
You look like Dennis
You
Rodman.
do actually, yeah.
If Dennis Rodman was an albino.
Amazing.
Yeah, so obviously followed UFC ever since them days. I didn't really get into it until the John Jones era, and then when I really got into it was when Ronda Rousey became the biggest star in the sport.
Oh, wow.
And then Ronda Rousey was then obviously she tapped out and was tapped in by Conor McGregor, and I followed Conor McGregor throughout his career. And while he was fighting, I loved him, and now he's just an absolute bell end now. But yeah, so now into
Would you
the
tell
sport.
him that?
Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
No.
if you're watching Connor,
Come slap him out.
Give us some whiskey.
Give us some whiskey.
Do you know
So,
what? So funny. When I met Dennis Rodman, I was on a roof terrace in Miami, and I recognised him straight away. And it's arguably the most uncomfortable I've ever felt in my life,
Why?
because I said, "Can I have a picture, dog?"
You said, "Can I have a picture, dog?"
I called him dog.
And what did he say? Yeah, sure, dog.
No, well, he said, "Yeah, give me a minute." And as he was leaving, he shouted over and said, "Come over here and I'll take a picture." So I said, "No, you're all right. I ain't getting up to come to you." And I stayed and carried on drinking my beer.
What is your problem? He's a super megastar and you're bullies.
And you're like,
You
come
get
over
your
to
ass
me.
up and go take a photo
Fuck
with him.
off.
You prize cunt.
Why?
So basically that never happened
No, it did.
because there's no picture.
So have you got the picture?
No, it did happen. No, I didn't get a I didn't get up off my fucking sunbed. I didn't get a picture with him.
Don't
No.
believe it.
Honestly, it happened.
No picture didn't happen. We know the rules.
So I'll ask you that question then.
Well, you got a
right?
picture of Chuck Liddell?
Yeah.
If you're
I'll show you it later. Don't worry.
if
We'll
you're
talk about
on your
picture.
sun lounger, yeah, and fucking Stevie G walks by and you go, "Can I have a
Oh, fuck
picture?"
off.
And Stevie G goes, "Not yet, mate." And then as he's leaving the pool, he goes, "Yeah, do you want a picture
I'll be
now?"
over there before he finishes his yeah.
You're talking Steven Gerrard or Dennis Rodman?
Is it not a fair comparison?
No, not at all.
Right. Okay. Right. Should we get into our segment?
Do it.
Let's do it.
What is the segment?
What is the segment,
Or will
dog?
the segment be different each time? But we're thinking.
Yeah, it could possibly be different each time, but we're thinking of finishing each pod with would you rather or
Yeah.
some sort of quiz question time.
Bit fun, bit light.
of fun, bit of light-hearted fun. So this time I've got some would you rathers.
Are you prepared?
I'm prepared, yeah.
Oh,
got some
Jesus,
there.
he's done some prep for a pod. I don't
Jesus
believe
Christ,
it.
when have
I'm
you done
tapping
this?
out after this.
I know.
Right. So, first one. Would you rather give up your phone or only wear Crocs for the rest of your life?
Give up my phone.
Crocs.
Yeah, Crocs. Yeah.
No.
I just wear Crocs every day.
I just wear
Imagine
Crocs,
that
I mean-
with your suit.
I just don't think they're cool. But apparently, I've heard because I've never worn them. Apparently, everyone that says they're unbelievably comfy.
They are comfy.
I would happily give up my phone.
Yours aren't Crocs.
Yeah.
Yours are from Aldi.
Yeah, but they're still comfy.
They're not Crocs though.
So
Yeah,
Crocs must be even comfier.
Yours are cracks.
Cracks. Mine are Shrocks. Would you rather clog the toilet on a first date or first day at a new job? First day at a new job.
Yeah, 100% first date.
Yeah.
Because it could be
Job.
anyone, couldn't it? Like you just.
Yeah, I blame
Who's
someone
done
else. I blame someone else.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know when you're at work, right? Like, and you go to toilet. I always get really insulted if someone comes in at the same time, because I'm like, almost like, fucking hell, I can't have 10 seconds peace to have a piss. Like, what are you doing here?
I love it when you walk out and like you just see the cleaner or something like yeah, fuck's sake.
Do you know what I hate? If you go to the toilet and you don't wash your hands.
Yeah, who does that?
Well, yeah,
though?
but why wouldn't you
I've
wash your
seen that
hands?
multiple.
I mean, to be fair, on a night out, everyone walks out without washing their hands.
Yeah.
and it's vile.
Yeah. Do you know,
Rancid human beings.
do you know what also I found upsetting is if you're in a toilet, right, and there is 3 urinals and they come and stand at the urinal next to you when there's this clearly man's rules is you leave a gap.
Yes.
Like, what are you doing?
You leave a 1 urinal gap.
Yes.
A bit off piece, but it's like when you park up somewhere and there's loads of spaces and someone comes parks next to you. And
What
you
is
think,
that all about?
why?
That's weird.
Why have you done that?
Always
Yeah,
happens.
it's
Yeah.
weird.
Would you rather be 3 feet tall or 8 feet tall?
3 feet tall.
Well,
you
you
won't
are,
be
aren't
able to do anything if you're 8 feet tall.
So you'd rather just be a little bit taller than you are now?
Right. The whole world has been built around people that are roughly about 6 foot. When you get taller than that, it gets more difficult. And when you get smaller than that, it gets more difficult.
I'd rather be 8 feet tall than 3 feet tall.
No, you
Why?
wouldn't. I promise you wouldn't. Nothing.
Why would you be 8 foot tall?
Why'd you be 3 foot tall?
Because that would be more in keeping with life. Like,
You'd be able to
I
do
suppose
more.
you could be like a
with 3 foot.
5-year-old, couldn't you?
if you were 8 feet tall, you would probably die in your 30s, by the way.
If you were 3 feet tall, you'd probably die in your 30s.
Why?
Because you can't be that small.
Dwarfism.
You can't be that small.
French, were
Being. I think they're both shit. Anyway, next one. This one's a good one. This one. Would you rather be naked at work for an hour, or be dropped off 2 miles from your house whilst you're naked and you have to try and get home?
Dropped off near my house. I just walk home naked.
Should we do? I'll do that later. Drop you off.
I'm not even with you. I'm in my
I
own
was
car.
gonna say,
I'll
when
drive you home just for you to do that.
and then
Incidentally,
you go walk back and get your car.
we went
naked.
on a stag do, right? And I think I told it on a previous pod where we nicked all his clothes and just
Yeah,
left him a
yeah.
dress. So obviously we were driving home, and this kid, the stag was in a dress, and we literally ragged him out the car about a mile from his house.
Amazing.
He didn't want to get out. He probably put up a fight, to be fair to him. And then when he got out, he sprinted to his house. And by the time we'd gone the roadway to his house, he'd already got home.
in a dress.
Really?
Yeah,
Do you know what?
that's how much he sprinted home.
Do you know what? If you'd have said, would you rather do that naked or in a dress? I'd rather do that in a dress.
Well, yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
you can just be, oh yeah,
yeah.
all right.
I don't think I'd even run if I had a dress on. Like, I'd just be like, fuck's sake, all right. Like, it's not
You're
like
proper
it's not-
sprinted.
there's probably worse things people see in the street these days than
Is that because
a
you
bloke
wear
in a dress.
Is that because you wear a dress to work on a Wednesday?
Would you rather accidentally send a naughty picture to your boss or an immediate family member? It's like a mum, a dad, a sister.
Oh God, they're both
I mean,
horrific.
I'm struggling with the second part of that question.
I'd rather send it to
I'd say the second one.
to my
Family.
to my family.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I'd just be like, sorry, get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not said dick before.
Oh, naughty picture. I thought you meant like me going like. I didn't know you meant like fucking.
Let me take that. Would you rather give up sex or food?
Sex.
Sex.
Sex. Yeah.
We're all at that age where that's done. Like that's
I'd
over,
rather
boys. You are way
eat
past that
work.
peak.
Would you rather give up food?
Whoa. This is my segment
You're
today.
cutting in on Chris's segment,
Sorry.
man.
Don't you dare.
Sorry.
Don't
He's
you bloody
ad-libbing though.
dare.
Let him ad lib.
Sorry.
Go on then.
No, sorry.
No, go on.
No,
Go on,
it's
out
fine.
here. Would you rather walk in on your parents having sex or have them walking on you having sex?
Again, I'm struggling with this.
He's struggling with this one, and to be fair, I'm struggling with this one. But I guess when I had to.
I mean, it can be a parent. Don't have to be parents.
Yeah, well, I'd go with them walking in on me.
Yeah, I'd rather that.
When I had two parents, I wasn't having sex.
Right, okay, fair enough.
I was-
Don't bring
I
the
was
don't bring the tone down.
Yeah, shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you for your loss. What a cunt bringing
Keep
your loss
it
on.
to yourself.
Fucking hell. What an arsehole bringing that up
I
again.
know, what a bastard.
Would you rather be stuck in a phone box with 10 snakes or 10 tarantulas?
Oh, 10 snakes.
Snakes.
Don't really care. Don't mind snakes or spiders.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
I'd rather have snakes than spiders.
I know quite a few snakes.
Name and shame. Name and shame. Name and shame. Would you rather say your ex's name during sex or your partner's best friend's name?
Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
That's ridiculous.
There's no right answer.
Either of them, you're getting absolutely
Yeah,
annihilated.
there's no right
Yeah, but
answer
which one are you
there.
getting less annihilated for? The easy way out is whichever one's got the same name, potentially.
Yeah, you're just wishing they've got
Well,
the same name.
which would you do?
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah. That's
But
why.
I'm the one giving the questions.
Well, that's why I'm fucking
You've not
asking
answered
you.
yet.
The problem he's got, right, because he's been with his missus like 400 years, he doesn't have an ex.
That's true.
Yeah, move on.
Would you rather have the face of a pensioner but the body of a 20-year-old,
That's what I've got.
or the body of a pensioner and the face of a 20-year-old?
Oh, no, I've got that one. I've got the hair of a pensioner, so does that
You
count?
have? Yeah. No.
I'd
that wasn't
rather have the face of a 20-year-old because I think you can hide your body with clothing,
Yeah,
good
Yeah,
clothing.
that's fair.
So,
there. Good shout.
How would you define the face of the body of a pensioner? Because some pensioners are fucking ripped.
That's what I mean. If you
yeah,
pick
like Scott Steiner.
yeah. Would you rather be funny but really stupid, or boring but really smart?
Well, I'll need to ask you two for these because you're both either one, so which one do you think's better? Read them out again.
What a twat. Would you rather be funny but really stupid, or boring but really smart?
There you go, mate. Funny but stupid, boring but smart.
Why the fuck am I boring?
I mean, he's not
Fucking
wrong.
hell.
Why the fuck am I boring? And how the fuck are you funny?
I'm the funniest one on this pod.
Fuck right off.
Who is the funniest one on this pod?
That ain't one of his questions.
Go on then. What would you rather be?
I would rather be boring but smart
I'd rather be funny but stupid.
because that's exactly who I am. Like, I am boring because I'm old as fuck and I'm nearly dead and I've got no energy, but I am quite smart.
I'd say I'm funny. I won't say I'm really stupid, but I'm not.
I think that explains you pretty well.
Not really. I'm funny but stupid.
Yeah.
Would you rather be able to travel everywhere for free or eat everywhere for free?
Travel everywhere for free because I'm not massively asked about foods.
And travel's
Yeah.
better in it because you could travel anywhere in the world.
Yeah, it'd be
I'd go
amazing, that
travel,
would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather travel to fucking Dubai and Australia and pay for my dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you just eat a boiled egg.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, is it?
Exactly. Poached.
Would you rather have arms as long as Mr. Tickle or legs as short as E.T.? That's why I left this one in. Funny.
I'd rather have arms as long as Mr. Tickle so I could do my own reach around.
Imagine trying to sit on them.
Imagine doing fucking Japheth in between as a stranger. You fucking Mr. Tickle arm.
You might be able to fold them. I'm actually crying.
Fuck's sake.
You've already got arms. You've already got legs as short as
I
fucking
know,
E.T.
so that's exactly. So I'd like something different. Fucking tight that, mate, because E.T.'s legs are bored. Fucking hell.
Home.
Already got legs like E.T., you tight cunt.
you call me boring. You call me boring.
Amazing.
Was that the last question?
No, I've got a few more.
Oh, good.
Would you rather empty a swimming pool using just a fork? Okay. Okay, the swimming pool
He can't even read it out.
for half an hour with a jellyfish.
These are fucking stupid, these. Fucking empty a pool with a fork. It's not even scientifically possible. What do you mean? I'd rather get in the pool with a jellyfish.
Same.
Same.
Would you rather drink soup out of a farmer's willy?
Right, stop. Cut. This is fucking stupid.
I've only got a few left. Right, would you would you rather drink soup out of a farmer's willy or from a bin man's sock?
How do you drink soup out of a willy? I'm thinking functional.
Willy.
Oh, welly. I thought you said willy.
Oh, I've got the giggles now. I can't stop.
Is that Brewdog Blackheart gone to your head?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
This-
I'd rather drink out of a welly.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah. Could be a new willy.
Could
be a used one. doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Word.
Would you rather have no sense of smell or no sense of taste? Smell. definitely.
Agreed. Yeah.
If you had no sense of taste, then them jelly beans would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could just choose not to play that game.
Yeah.
Would you rather have your name tattooed on your forehead or have no front teeth?
I'd rather have no front teeth.
I suppose you could get fake teeth, can't you?
Yeah.
If you had no front teeth.
Yeah, I'd rather have no front teeth.
3 left, lads, and I'll let you go. Promise.
Put me out of my misery.
Would you rather let a crusty old...
Oh my God, this hasn't started well, has it?
No. I just said crusty.
Would you... Right,
This
okay.
is why I don't plan.
So I don't get involved. Would you rather let a crusty old man drink milk out of your belly button?
What's your source? Where did you get these from? Because you should never be allowed on this website ever again.
You might using my internet for this, are you?
Fucking have the police
I
knocking
found
in
a
a minute.
Google page. It was like weird ones and like other
Yeah,
things,
no
like
shit.
different.
Oh, my
right, okay,
words.
I'll get through this now. Would you rather let a crusty old man drink milk out of your belly button every day for a year, or drink milk out of a crusty old man's belly button every day for a month?
Honestly. They're fucking beyond stupid now.
Pick one then.
I'd rather drink it out for a month because it's less than a year. It is, I mean, it is like a month is
Yeah,
less than a year,
I mean-
isn't it?
I'd rather have someone. I'd rather have someone
yeah.
drink out. I'd rather have someone drink
Hang
it
on.
out of my belly button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a month is definitely less than a year. Yeah, I've just checked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, last 2.
Oh, thank fuck.
Would you rather fight a kangaroo or a badger? Badger.
No, fuck that, mate. Honey badgers.
Oh, I don't know. Kangaroos.
Kangaroos are.
Mate,
Hard as fuck.
mate, honestly, Google when you get home. Google fucking honey badgers, mate. They are lethal. They would rip you to pieces.
So you go for kangaroo?
I'd go for kangaroo. I reckon I could beat a kangaroo in a boxing fight.
Right. Yeah, fair.
Would you rather fight 10 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
10 duck-sized
duck-sized
horses.
horses.
I just boat them.
Yeah.
Going back to the whole,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of animal
Yeah.
cruelty. But if there's fucking 10 duck-sized horses, I'm kicking them.
Yeah.
I'm boating them. Can you imagine a
Yeah.
duck-sized horse? That beak would just fucking yum.
Yeah.
Would you rather live in a world where you dance instead of walk or sing instead of talk?
Sing instead of talk.
I think I'd probably rather sing.
You're never doing this again.
Dancing while you're walking is a bit weird, isn't it?
You know,
Unless
next time,
JLS are on.
give yourself a longer run up with your prep work.
They were great.
Yeah, they were great, yeah.
They were really
Oh
good.
my word.
So, so that's the end of the segment. Let us know if you want us to carry on with that segment or not.
Let us know if you want someone
I
else to do it.
don't. So if I can get a few of my mates to just comment saying, don't do that segment ever again, I'd be really
Or
appreciative
just
of that.
don't let Christian do that segment again.
If we can get 10 no's in the comments, Christian will never do it again.
Yeah.
If we can get more than 10 yeses, then I will do it every single time.
Do you know what, right? So this was episode 12. It's episode 13 that was meant to be unlucky. But this one was a bad episode because that was fucking weird at the end.
How many views are we going to get on this one?
72.
72.
It's probably going to be my most viewed.
Do you know what's weird
No, the
though?
last
Do you know
one.
what is weird? Like we get definitely more plays on Spotify, so people are definitely listening to this on their dog walks and in their cars and stuff like that. Right, guys?
that's it,
Let's
innit?
wrap it up. Episode 12 is done. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Oh.